What's the last horror movie that actually made you feel uncomfortable? Because today, we're not talking about random jump scare movies. We're diving into 5 horror films that slowly crawl into your head. So, you might want to keep the lights on for this one. Let's start with something deeply intriguing and disturbing: grave torture. The story follows a woman named Sita. After a suicide bombing killed her parents right in front of her, it really changed her life forever. The trauma brought her to be a woman who grows up questioning one terrifying idea: what if the punishment after death is actually real? Instead of accepting it as belief or myth, she becomes obsessed with proving it. And that obsession leads her down a very dark path. One that pushes her to test the limits of life, death, and what lies in between. As the story unfolds, we see how trauma, loss, and doubt slowly shape her actions. And the deeper she goes, the more the line between reality and something far more horrifying begins to blur. What makes this movie stand out is how personal and psychological it feels. It's not just about fear, it's about belief, consequences, and confronting something you can't escape from. This is the kind of horror that doesn't scream at you. It whispers and lingers. Next up, a true classic. The Shining tells the story of Jack Torrance, a writer who takes a job as a winter caretaker at the massive, isolated Overlook Hotel. He moves in with his wife and young son, hoping the quiet will help him focus on his writing. But as the snow begins to trap them inside, things start to feel off. Strange visions, unexplainable events, and a growing sense that the hotel itself holds a dark past. At the same time, Jack's behavior slowly begins to change. What starts as frustration turns into something much more dangerous. What makes this film so powerful is its slow descent into madness. It's not rushed, it builds. Every scene adds tension, every moment feels intentional. And by the time you realize what's happening, it's already too late, and even much worse.
Here's Johnny!
Now let's talk about Bring Her Back, a film that mixes grief with something far more sinister. The story revolves around characters dealing with a heartbreaking loss, and in that vulnerable state, they're introduced to a possibility, a way to reconnect, a way to bring someone back. But of course, nothing comes for free. As they begin to explore this unknown force, things start to shift. Moments feel wrong, behaviors change, and it becomes clear that whatever they've invited in isn't what it seems. What makes this film so effective is its emotional realism. You understand why the characters make these choices, even when you know they shouldn't. It's haunting, not just because of what happens, but because of why it happens. Now let's slow things down and get really unsettling: The Wailing. This Korean horror film takes place in a quiet village, where a series of strange and violent events begin to happen. People suddenly fall sick. They act irrationally, and in some cases, turn deadly. At the center of it all is a local policeman, trying to make sense of what's happening. At first, it feels like a disease, then maybe something criminal. But the deeper he investigates, the more it starts to feel like something else, something darker, something supernatural. And when his own daughter becomes involved, this case turns personal, very personal. What makes The Wailing so powerful is how it constantly makes you question everything. What's real? Who can be trusted? What's actually behind all of this? It's slow, it's unsettling, and it builds into something truly disturbing. This isn't just horror, it's paranoia, faith, and fear of the unknown. And here's the final boss: The Autopsy of Jane Doe. The film follows a father and son coroner team examining an unidentified body. No name, no clear cause of death, just questions. At first, it seems like a routine autopsy, but the deeper they go, the more impossible and terrifying things they discover. Each discovery only deepens the mystery. and makes less sense than the last. What starts as a routine examination slowly turns into something deeply unsettling. The environment becomes tense. The silence feels heavier, and the realization sets in. They might not be alone. This movie is a perfect example of less is more. It doesn't rely on big scenes or loud scares. Instead, it builds tension step by step, until you're completely locked in. This movie is a masterclass in slow burn horror. It takes a simple setting and turns it into something deeply unsettling. The tension builds piece by piece, and by the time things escalate, you're already trapped in the nightmare. So, those were 5 of the scariest horror movies you need to watch. Which one creeped you out the most? And did I miss any movie that deserves to be on this list? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.